Oh boy, here come the variants. Here come the store exclusives. It is new comic book day pull list, and the big books that have 27 different store exclusives are all coming out this week. So what? Check your mailboxes. Realize how much you wasted and how much you spent. So let's check this out. CBSI's new comic book day pull list. Sit with me now. So let's jump in here and look, guys, at it. As always, here's the site. This is Sunday. I'm jumping a little bit early. Couldn't do Friday like I hoped, but here it is on Sunday. So let's scroll through. Haven't written up my write up yet, but a lot of what I talk about here is what gets written up, and vice versa, what I write about. But here's first appearance list. There's actually quite a few first appearances. DC, like I'm harping on each week. First appearance, first appearance, first appearance. They're trying to see if that's how they drive sales, how you drive speculators into the books. As I've seen from most of you though that read DC, you want them to develop these characters. It doesn't matter if it's a new character; they need to develop them. But let's look at some of these first appearances. So, first up here, you have Batman Detective Comics 1036. In this issue, you get a second Lady Clayface. So I'm not sure how important that is. I didn't really pay attention to the first Lady Clayface. Guys, I've been talking about the Heroes Reborn, that there's these crossover versions of lots of different characters. This is one that Key Collector has, but I've mentioned on several of these issues do have small little mixed and matched characters. Here's some mixed and matched characters. You have Miles Morales as Falcon. You have a Miss Marvel as Power Girl. And then you have Nova as some sort of Spectrum-like character. Who knows? In the end of the Champions run, there's mystical versions of all these characters. So do what you want with them. Mr. Miracle. This is the first appearance of I think it's Never or In Ever or whatever. It's the child of Scott and Barda. I think that's sort of the spin out of the future state. It's sort of interesting. I probably will check this out. And then this is Reptile. There's a first appearance, and you meet some of his family, Megalith. This is not the cover I'd go for, and we'll talk about the cover I'll go for later on. But this is a great maybe spec. He, of course, appeared first in a Avengers Initiative one-shot, and then his second appearance was Avengers Academy, and he has an entire arc in there. Stargirl Spring Break Special. It's a one-shot. You do get the 8th something of Victory. Don't know what to do with that either. Stargirl, to me, she is the only spec in this. So, I don't know. The show was good. Not sure where to put Spawn. I think I might even have Spawn differently in the list. They're saying that this might be the issue where the Spawn new universe comes out of. Doesn't mean there's going to be new characters, but it's just sort of that they're going to spin it off from sort of this issue or the next issue. And then you have the Milestone World returns, and there's a few new characters with it: Duo, Kevin and David, and maybe a vigilante villain. So the Milestone World gets reborn again. I mean, it's been reborn 2 or 3 different times. But it's excitement. Some of the original artists and writers are going to it. So that's sort of your first appearances. As you can see, I'm not super high on them, but it is nice to see more than there has been in the past. Lots of variants, as always. Give you a second to look at the list. I don't put every variant that's here written, does not also make the pictures just because. Otherwise, I'd have such a long sheet, but I have a ton. And so let's just jump on in. This is Abbott 1973, issue 5. It is Tula Te. I think this is the 1 for 25, and there's also a black and white version. That's a thank you store version. So chase it if you want. Tula Te has her fans, especially those sexy erotic covers people do really like, and this is one, obviously, that is sexy. Aliens, this is issue 3, or Alien, sorry. I read the first issue, I liked it. I have not picked up issue 2, or I'm not even sure I'll pick up issue 3. Alien is just not my thing. I really did like meeting and interviewing Philip Kennedy Johnson. I think the story is really good. It's just not my thing. Guys, tell me if you like it. Tell me if you're digging the story. Maybe you're Alien fans all the way, or maybe you're new to Alien and this book got you hooked. Beta Ray Bill. This is a Del Mundo cover. Del Mundo was coming out with some fire. This is probably his least, or of the 3 books that came out this week that he did. This is not my favorite, but it's Beta Ray Bill, guys. There aren't a ton, and this is an incentive. There aren't a ton of Beta Ray Bill covers out there. If he ever gets to the MCU and gets some major play, having some of these key books is important. Black Widow number 7. 6 caught everyone a little bit by surprise, even though it wasn't a bleeding cool article. No one had it mentioned until after the issue came out, or Tuesday afternoon, I guess. But you have the little protege, and she's struggling with whether or not she wants to have a protege or not. And this is the one for 25 incentive. So the issue 6 was a first appearance. It was not a cameo. You get a full several panels with this girl. So this is not a second appearance, or this is a second appearance, not a first full or whatever. Blue Flame from Vault Comics. This is the Christian Ward cover. I do like it. There's also a one for 10 or one for 15, but I think this is a one for 30, and then there's a one for 50 and a one for 75. This is the one for 30. There's a Virgin cover for 150, and then the one for 75 is a foil cover. Vault is one of those. Some people really dig Vault. Vault is one of the few indie labels I haven't really started reading. I've heard there's really good things. It's just I've hierarchied them and I have not read. I have some set aside. I just haven't read them yet. Demon Days, 3rd print of Demon Days X-Men number 1. This is the Mark Brooks sketch version of his regular cover, but this is the one for 25. There's a regular cover for the 3rd printing. This is Dune, House of Atreyu. I do like this cover. This is Evan Cagle. This is just a virgin version of the main cover. I think this is a one for 10. This is a Blaze. This is Gung Ho. This is Gung Ho Anger number 1. This is the one for 10, I believe. Love the cover. These have some really great covers. Some of the characters are really cool to meet, and I do like how some of them are done. So, but I've only read, I think, the first arc. I have not read any of the next 2 series that have come out of this. This is one of those IDW. This is Captain Marvel number 3, the one for 10. As you get up higher in the numbers, there's a lot less of these. They're a lot harder to track down. Only the big stores tend to carry them. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 26. The Clone Saga's kicking in full gear. Here's a really good cover. I do like this cover a lot. This is a one for 25. This is just sort of fun. It's a one for 10. It's Transformers, My Little Pony, The Magic of Cybertron. I'd like it seeing him play with the My Little Ponies. This is Marvel's number 2. This is the one for 25 by Dan Pashonian, however you say his name. Something about this cover I do like. I don't know if it's just Black Widow there or the way Punisher's drawn, but there might be a little bit of love with this one if you can pick it up. It's no Del-Otto. The Del-Otto was ridiculous last time. But hey, did you know this was still a comic? That this still comes out? You have to really love the Turtles to be excited for this book, because it seems like every 3 months this book comes out. And I don't read the Turtles, and I've read issue 1 and issue 2. And I'll probably pick up issue 3. It's actually a good book, but it is so hard to keep up with because every 3 months the next issue comes out. Delays and all those different things. I don't think they're capitalizing on this. Now, it's a longer book, so sometimes you feel like you're getting your money's worth, but this is the one for a 10 copy. Dr. Aphra. This is issue 10, one for 25. These are just how many of these are out here. Are people still buying Dr. Aphra? I know people spec on the one for 25s, but our stores buying the other 25 copies just to please that one sale they're going to have. This is by Ray Anthony Height. I'm sort of like it. I've actually ordered it. I'm hoping it comes in. Just a good chance. Who knows? With the War of the Bounty Hunter stuff, there could be something to come out of this issue. This is Something's Guild and Show, this is the one for 50. This is the Frisson. This is the Color Splash version. This one and this one, guys, don't pay over ratio. In fact, pay under ratio. Don't pay over ratio because, like I said before, War of the Bounty Hunters, let's see, I didn't even do it last time. I was doing a list, and I gave up doing a list for this issue because There was every week it seemed like a new store was putting out a new exclusive for this book. There's so many copies and store exclusives. What that also means is that they have a 750 print run, then they have a 1 for 50 for every of their 750, or their 1 for 25s for all of them. So you're talking, this is not going to be a rare 1 for 25. This is not going to be a rare 1 for 50. There's going to be lots of them out there. I'm betting, and I wouldn't be surprised if this book hits 100,000 copies. So there's going to be lots of copies out there. So don't pay over ratio. Even though there are some great covers, those Fristons are gorgeous, but don't pay over ratio for this. Save your money. Sea of Sorrows, I'm so surprised they're still doing. I guess IDW just does the 1 for 10s. I have not read this yet. I have nothing else. This is a Reptile. This is the 1 for 25. It saddens me that this is the 1 for 25 because the Del Mundo that's in my other section I'll show you is such a great cover. But this is the 1 for 25. And then we're back to where we started. So as you can see, some pretty good incentives. I'm not sure if any of these incentives are ones that I'll go after. Maybe the Last Ronin if it's under ratio. The Doc Afrag, like I said, I actually am getting it. So I would love the Frisson, and I love the sick cover, but I don't really want to pay for them. I don't think you should have to pay for them. And then let's get into look at my Just For Me. It's a pretty long section. It's actually almost as long as the incentive section. So let's see what we have going on here. This is the Bitterroot B cover. I do like this. This is the Beat Street version. They paid homage to lots of different black movies, African American movies. So this is sort of fun. I do like this cover. This is the Patrick Gleason, the webhead version of Black Panther, but it's not a webhead version. I do like this. Now I don't want to see 75 different versions of this keep coming out, but it is a great cover. But one thing that Black Panther did for this issue 25, the last issue of this particular run, is do a bunch of art homages. So I like this one. There's a Momoko I'm not featuring here. This is R.B. Silva. I think all the Stormbreakers got a chance to do their favorite artist version of Black Panther for issue 25. Looks like they're all cover price, but cover price is $6. So you have to sort of decide, is it worth it? Is it worth tracking them all down? Which ones will you go for? I think the Gleason will be a hot seller. The Momoko might be, and then I'm a sucker for some Warhol love, so I do like this. Department of Truth, the other book, Something's Killing the Children, and Department of Truth. Store exclusive, store exclusive, store exclusive, store exclusive. The nice thing about Department of Truth, there's 3 store regular cover, A, B, and C covers, no incentives. I like this one. It reminds me of that Bitterroot cover. It's just shoot, I can't even say it. And you can help me out. The Tonto cover, or the Ponyo, Ponyo cover. It reminds me of that. I like that. Haha, it's been a great read. If you haven't been reading them, they've been really good. I have not read last issue, but issue 1, 2, and 3 were really good. This is issue 5. I think this is the A cover. I love it. I think it's great. Just so much fun. I do want to see what happens in the issue. This is Helm Grayskull. This is by Stefan Sechi, where I recognize his name from is the Witchblood and all that. Witchblade covers. But Helm Grayskull, I really like the first issue. I didn't know I would, but it's just a fun read. I'm glad I picked up. I wish I had done the Kickstarter when it came out. This is Robin. I'm putting a DC book in here. This is a Francis Monopole cover, and Robin #1 was fun. It's just Robin goes and picks a fight in the League of Assassins Island, and then at the very end he jumps in. He's gonna fight that new character Flatline, and then you get more of her in this next issue. But I like those Battle for All sort of issues. They're sometimes very fun. Shadecraft has been a fun read. If you haven't been reading it, you should know it's already been optioned. It was optioned before it even came out, so stores had plenty of copies of it. But I've enjoyed it. I've been picking up these issues. It's just a good story. I want to see where it goes. It's not super action-packed, but it leaves enough mystery and so well drawn. And it helps that for me that this is the same guys that did Skyward, and I love Skyward. Shadow Service, guys, I've been high on this book. I've been ever since before I interviewed Kevin Scott, but they're just so much fun. MI666, and then she's against them and for them and all this different stuff. It's just good stuff. Star Wars Adventures, The Weapon of a Jedi. It's a one-shot IDW. There are no variants. There's no B cover. This is what you get. Don't know the value. The Smuggler's Run really didn't have any value, but they're just sort of nice little stories you might want to pick up. Stray Dogs, been loving this. This is the second print. The second prints have all been great. They show all the dogs are scared, really, really scared of something bad's happened. And each cover sort of done that. So it's sort of, if you have the set, it'd be sort of cool. Summoner's War Legacy. This is a book that I picked up late, issue 1. This is issue 2 of it. Guys, just like Helm Greycastle, a lot of potential here. I'm not sure where it's going to go from here. Justin Jordan's writing it. I was surprised. I was following CBSI's Ben, and he posted this picture of issue 1, said it was a good read, so I decided to pick it up and read it. It is a good read. It's a fun story, and it's worth checking out. Momoko made it, guys. What? Her actual cover. This is a heavy metal. This is the second print of Tarna, the Last however you say that, Korean. There's also a virgin version of this. Should be cover price as well. At one point, you could order from the site. I know Midtown still has them. I just like this cover. If my store has it, I probably will pick it up. Now we're getting into my Del Mundo covers. They're just ridiculous. This is X-Men 20. Guys, I don't read X-Men anymore. It's just too hard to follow. Too many different characters, sort of like trying to keep up with the Justice League for me. I can't do it. I don't do it. But this is a great Del Mundo cover because it's Mystique. And look at all the different X-Men pictures on the ground. It's so awesome. If this was an incentive, this would be an immediate sellout. But it's not an incentive. It's just a B cover. But Del Mundo, some of his stuff is just ridiculous. And I would definitely try to track this one down and pick this up. And then another Del Mundo cover. This is the B cover. This is not an incentive cover. Should be a cover A, or this should be the one for 25. Because this is by far the best cover. Half man, half extinct. Del Mundo rocks it again. If you didn't catch Van Derby's article, you need to check it out where he sat down and he interviewed Del Mundo, and just he's an artist that was not fully appreciated, but man, he's bringing some heat with these two covers. They're just B covers. And guys, that's my Just For Me section. As you can see, it's pretty long. Lots of great books. I'm hitting the image hard, hitting the as always, the indie books, because that's just sort of where I am. That's what I read. But I actually, guys, that Black Widow up there, I have been reading Black Widow. Black Widow is a good read. I would probably continue to read it. There are some great books out there. But as always, guys, this is comicbookinvest.com. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Tell me in the comments what you're planning on picking up. Tell me what books you're looking forward to. Tell me what books I should be talking about and should be excited about. As always, I appreciate when you do put your comments. I try to respond to all of them. So once again, guys, CBSI, new comic book day pull list. Thanks for watching.